Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So I did say in my last video that I will be going to Berlin. Okay, I'll be going on Tuesday and then I will be back. When I do get back, I'll be doing the other 6 houses. But until I go, I thought it would be good to have a little fun. So I will be making a quick 3-part video series on which destinations you should travel to based on your zodiac sign. I want to actually thank Cosmic Colette, okay? She's here on YouTube. I want to thank her, thank you, I guess if you're watching this, for planting this little idea into my head. She sent me this image of travel with zodiac signs on Snapchat, I believe. And then I was like, yes, yes, yes. So thank you, thank you. Now, it's a 3-part series, okay? Firstly is going to be which North American city you should visit based on your zodiac sign. That's today's video, right? Title, hello. Then I'll be doing a video on which European city you should visit based on your zodiac sign. And then to top it all off, it will be which country to visit based on your zodiac sign. But on with today's video, of course. So if you want to know which North American city you should visit based on your zodiac sign, then keep watching. When I say North America, I'm talking about USA, of course, United States of America, Canada as well, and I'm also throwing in Mexico into this. Of course, I understand that there is a pretty big list of North American cities to choose from here, but I really tried my best to narrow it down to just one. Okay, Aries, you are the exception to the rule, and you'll see why. Still, feel free to let me know your own suggestions in the comment section, okay? Also, before we kickstart this, I would like to know where you are from. The order of the signs then is going to be pretty random, but as always, timings are going to be in the description. Scorpio. Okay, where you should visit, I recommend, is actually Mexico City. I say this because if there is any sign in the zodiac, okay, that is daring enough to take on Mexico City, it is you. Mexico City is a pretty big city, it's pretty busy, it's pretty intense. And you know what, Scorpio? I think you could handle it. I think you could keep up with that pace. Not to mention all of the really strange things that you can do in Mexico City that I think you'd love. For example, there is the Island of the Dolls. Okay, so you go to this island where there's hundreds of these creepy dolls just hanging from trees, and lots of them don't even have limbs or heads. You are surrounded by all of these creepy dolls. And then also every Saturday afternoon, I believe, there are thousands of people who flock around the, I think it's called the El Chopo. It's an open street market, and so it's a gathering of all these headbanger, punk, rockers, and, well, you know, other kinds of people. It's just a very youthful subculture event, and they sell band t-shirts, they sell indie music, or even they have bands playing as well, I believe. And there's also cult videos that you can buy. In Mexico City as well, there is the witch market with all these stalls which offer black magic items and potions. And seriously, I think that would be awesome for any Scorpio. I think they'd be all over that. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Okay, your city is Seattle. Now, I know what you're maybe thinking. Okay, you could be thinking that, no, Hannah, not Seattle. What's so great about Seattle? Well, did you know, guys, that Seattle, okay, it is home to a large tech industry such as Microsoft and Amazon having headquarters there. Not to mention Seattle's most iconic landmark, okay, the futuristic Space Needle. Futuristic. It's in Aquarius, futuristic. It's in the word. I actually happened to visit Seattle back in 2015 and I love that city. I even went to a biscuit shop and it was called Biscuit Bitch. Yes. Seattle is definitely quirky, wacky, different, cool. You can even visit the Greenwood Space Travel Supply Company, I believe, and you can pick up all of your cosmic supplies. There's a pinball museum, I kid you not, and a giant shoe museum. So if that's not weird or different, not to mention the strangest park in the world. Yes, I looked this up. Apparently the strangest park in the world is in Seattle. Then there's also a thing that they hold every year, okay, called the Fremont Solstice Parade, and you actually get to ride naked on bikes. Sagittarius. Place that you should visit, city you should visit is Toronto. Think about this, Sagittarius, okay? You're adventurous. You're definitely willing to explore. You like to learn, you like to read, you like to educate yourselves, and you're pretty open to new experiences. So it could be said that Toronto is the city for you. Not only does this city contain huge libraries, so you can really get your head stuck into good books, as well as a 98-room castle right in the heart of Toronto, but there's plenty of nature and adventurous trips that you can do. There are so many hiking trails that you can do in the province of Ontario. It's crazy. You could go visit the Adventure Stairs in Hamilton, which is basically 305 homemade stone stairs, okay, that lead you up all of these incredible trails. And then right round from Hamilton, you go round loop and you're at the Niagara Falls. That would be a fun trip for any Sagittarius. Within the city as well, there's also the Merle collection of science fiction, speculation and fantasy, which holds it holds a number of non-fiction critical works. Get this too, there is a bookstore I believe called the Monkey's Paw, and it's literally any book collector's dream. There is even a vending machine in this shop where you click the button and it gives you a random book. Taurus! Your city is New Orleans, or New Orleans for you Americans. Two things I think Taurians would appreciate about this city, okay? One, music, and two, food. For all you Taurians who love spicy food, well, you can try the hottest sauce in the universe, apparently. There is a farm to bar cocktails place where literally the ingredients for the cocktails are like house made. They're made right there. So you can get a ginger beer and you can get basil and lemongrass bitters, as well as cherry cola. They even do a hibiscus grapefruit soda. Not to mention you can get a voodoo inspired massage or like treatment. You go in and there's red candles and there's incense with voodoo music, and then there's also a Swedish massage that you get. When you love that, Taurus? Not to mention New Orleans is the birthplace of jazz. And I think Taurians really do appreciate good music. Capricorn, Capricorn. Your city, okay, is Washington, D.C. Okay, so I know you all like to be somewhat sensible. You want to be structured and stable and organized, and you're ambitious, okay, very ambitious, because you have that desire to succeed. But at the same time, I know that you guys just love to let your hair down. You love just to get out and release it all. Perhaps only around certain people, of course, but let your hair down nonetheless. Sure, Washington DC has the politics and the history and some quite serious stuff, yes. Pretty fit for the Capricorn, but in fact, as much as anywhere else in the United States of America, Washington DC is full of curious quirks and off-the-wall attractions. Washington DC is full of museums, absolutely full of them. So whilst you may really enjoy those, there's some that are pretty cool, such as the DEA Museum, as well as the National Museum of Health and Medicine, where you will actually find bones from the Civil War, as well as the bullet, I believe, that was used to kill Abraham Lincoln. You could go crazy with coffee in Washington DC as well, for all of you coffee lovers. You can visit this particular place where at 2 p.m. on a Sunday you can actually witness the oldest traditional ceremony in the world of coffee. There's loads of bizarre bars and pubs and places to drink. Plus you can go on these alternative exhibitions such as a spy tour and also a ghost tour. So yeah, for all you Capricorns who just want to be a little bit different and have fun, you can go to Washington DC to get all of your, you know, serious things, but then you can also go for light-hearted things. And so your city, okay, I recommend is Charleston. I honestly think that you guys would appreciate a city where one, it's by the water, okay, which Charleston is, and two, no drama. Perfect, because Charleston is a port city and it has all of these cobblestone streets, and then it has these pastel colored buildings. It's beautiful. I've actually been to Charleston before, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of The Notebook was filmed in Charleston. So for any of you, you know, Notebook lovers, it's just a really pretty and beautiful, relaxing city. You can walk along the pier then as well, because of course it's right by the water. Not to mention, you will see some amazing sunrises because it's on the eastern, you know, it's on that east coast, and you're going to see just beautiful sunrises and even sunsets as well. You could go for a ride along the bridge because there's a big long bridge, so a lot of people cycle their bikes and they just walk along that bridge because the bridge even is above the water. And then you could also catch a show at this really old dock street theater. It's like centuries old. Honestly, Cancer, I just think you would be in your element in this city. Virgo, your city is Vancouver. Now, Vancouver, in my opinion, is any earth sign's paradise ultimately, but I'm choosing Virgo because Virgo requires the serenity that Vancouver provides, I think. Whilst also it has great places for food, you know, healthy eating, and then plenty of places to go hiking and to move the body, but not too vigorous. You could try the stone therapy, which is an original stone massage, or you can go whale watching. You could actually go whale watching and do it the right way, you know, not SeaWorld. Go into nature and see the whales. Plus, Virgos, you could rent a bike and you could just cruise. You just cruise around the forested trail. You could take a yoga class because, I mean, Vancouver, I've been to Vancouver as well, and they're very health orientated there. And there's a lot of yoga classes, there's a lot of meditation classes. So I really think Vancouver would just be that place where you can relax, where you can have fun at the same time. Kind of like with Cancer, you know? Ultimately in Vancouver, you can just do a lot of hiking, you can see the wilderness, the landscapes of Canada, just a lot of nature. Pisces, okay. The North American city I think you should visit is Las Vegas. Okay, I know what you're thinking, okay? Yes, Hannah, alcohol and drugs, whatever, blah, 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 escapism, so stereotypical. But hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Las Vegas has some pretty cool things going for it, other than the gambling and other than crazy hotels and other than strippers, okay? Let's take the art district, for example, here, okay? This place would be any photographer's dream, and I think the Pisceans make very good photographers. So the arts district is like the more creative side of Sin City, and not to mention there are thrift stores around this area, and then there's also dive bars, and there's art galleries. There is a graveyard full of neon signs. You go and it's just full of them. Then you can go not too far out, I think it's like 120 miles or so out to the desert, and you're literally in an open air museum right in the middle of the desert. And it has all these like funky Belgian art pieces like ghosts and pink ladies and bicycles and things. Or you can go on this really cool psychedelic bike ride where you literally decorate your bike with all of these lights and you put on like really fun costumes and you just go for a cycle. Honestly, Pisces, Las Vegas is more than just the gambling and the parties or whatever. There's just so much more to it, but at the same time, I can see you going for a little drink, you know, and a little bit of gambling too, so nothing wrong with that, Pisces. Aries, okay, Aries, this was difficult because I had to go between Orlando and Miami for you. I'm saying Orlando because, well, Disney World is in Orlando, hello. And I can just see you guys thriving in Disney World. I mean, every sign is going to thrive there, but I think with you in particular, it's just like your eyes are just so lit up and you cannot wait. It's like a dream. You will literally sprint through that park and you'll just be so excited in the queues. It's kind of annoying because of course you can have that tendency to be impatient. So I suggest you get passes, you know, fast track passes or like VIP or whatever. Really, you'll be running around like big kids in your element in Disney World. But then at the same time, there is that other side to you, isn't there, Aries? Yes, isn't there? And I think it would be well suited in Miami. because the sexual drive that you have, or you can have. Miami even has the World of the Erotic Art Museum. You can just go there and view all of these crazy art pieces, which are very erotic. Then Miami is full of clubs, beaches, got shopping. You know, it's very, I think there's just a lot of sexual energy within Miami. Not to mention the renegades. Yes, you can go and spot an alligator. I know you'd be up for that. You're fearless. Gemini, Gemini. New York City. I really do feel like New York City is any Gemini's dream. Okay, sure, Leo's dream too, and Libra, I can see how they would fit. Geminis are versatile. Geminis love difference. Geminis love getting stuck into it all. Plus, New York City is a city of communication. Whilst you could say that Los Angeles represents the throat chakra, okay, within the United States, because of the very fact that LA is the place that gets all the new information and releases it out. I really think with New York City, a lot of the news feed comes out of there. I mean, who hasn't heard of New York Times? Plus, you could say that New York City has the voice, alright, a big major voice within America. Well, Geminis like to have that voice, right? Promotion, advertise. Plus, when you do visit New York City, you will meet so many different people. Honestly, 1 minute you will be drinking coffee with someone from France, and then the next minute you will be in an underground club somewhere in New York City, like just dancing with Australians and the Irish. Or you can merely be in an Irish pub with all of these local New Yorkers whilst they tell you just how much Irish they are. Ultimately, there's just so many things to do in New York City. Like the amount of things are endless. Leo, okay, so your city is Los Angeles. Lights, camera, action, Leo. Again, I know it's kind of cliche, doesn't it? It sounds a little cliche with this one, but it does go a little deeper than wanting to just sort of dominate Hollywood for the Leos. We have Disneyland in Los Angeles, okay, and I do think that with Aries and Leo, there's that connection of being children at heart, of being really playful and fun. Really, if a Leo wanted to have a luxurious kind of visit when they go, you know, full of shopping and expensive things and all the food they can ever ask for, then go to LA. It will have that. But at the same time, if a Leo goes and they just want to chill out, you know, chill out with the locals, they can do that. They can go to like the LA dance scene, something like that, and just hang out with people, and people will be really open to them, really receptive. Just really think that Los Angeles is like a city where Leos know they can express themselves. And if they are wanting to get noticed, then well, they definitely have the opportunity to do that. Last but not least, guys, Libra. Libra, the city I think within North America that you should visit the most is Boulder. I really think that Boulder and just the state of Colorado is so beautiful. I've never been, but I would love to. Boulder is just a high altitude city with a diverse selection of attractions to see, and I really think it's a city that's perfect for any Libran, because the fact that Libras desire harmony, they desire peace, and Boulder has that. It has the Pearl Street Mall, which has a very welcoming charm to it, and within that there's shopping, there's dining, and there's art facilities. There's also the planetarium, so they can go and view the stars. They could go to the orchestra, because apparently the orchestra is a big thing. They could visit the Shakespeare Festival, I think that's annually, so they could go to that if they wanted, you know, or they could go for a spot of tea. It's where you go and have this traditional afternoon tea. I just think that Boulder is a place where Librans can go to really appreciate a sort of romantic atmosphere, very laid back, very charming, easygoing. All these things would be in that experience for them. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on which North American city you should visit based on your zodiac sign. Thank you kindly to my current subscribers, of course, for subscribing to my channel. Okay, and as well, if you have not subscribed yet and you would like to see more videos from me, then click that subscribe button somewhere. Yes. Then I will be back then with the European cities next. Bye!